writing a story. So, reading or listening to stories is a lot of fun, right? Writing a story is fun too. So, every story is about one or more characters. These characters could be people, animals, or even objects. So, we tell a story in such a way that the reader is engaged from the beginning till the end. So, here are some points to consider while we write a story. So, first is setting. So, where is your story set? So, it could be a city, town, village, or another country. So, it could even be outer space or an alien planet, right? Second is about characters. Is your story about one person, a family, or a large group of people? Remember that your main character should play an important role in the story. Third is the plot. So, the plot tells us about the events in the story. So write the events in your story in a way that is easy for a reader to follow. Then is dialogues. So make your important characters interact with each other. So include dialogues that make the characters sound like real people. Dialogues make the story more interesting. And fifth important point is powerful ending. So a reader appreciates a story more if it ends effectively. So your story should have a powerful ending following the events that you have covered in the story. So, these are the main points that should be considered while writing a story. So, taking care of these points, we'll do a story writing session in which I'll be writing a story in 200 to 250 words about a family that faces and overcomes a difficult situation, right? Write a story in 200 to 250 words about a family that faces and overcomes a difficult situation. So I've already written the story for you. Let's see. And then we'll discuss how the plotting has been done, right? So the story is after we finish with the story, then I'll discuss that how all those important points have been taken into consideration while writing this story, right? So the story goes in a small coastal town of seaside, a family named the Hendersons faced a challenging situation that tested their resilience and strength. The Hendersons consisted of Mr. and Mrs. Henderson and their two children, Emma and Jack. One sunny morning, the news arrived that a powerful hurricane was approaching seaside. The town's people were instructed to evacuate immediately. Panic and chaos filled the air as families hurriedly packed their belongings and sought refuge. The Hendersons, determined to stay together and protect their home, decided to weather the storm. They boarded up the windows, gathered essential supplies, and created a safe space in the basement. As the storm unleashed its fury, the family huddled together, comforting and reassuring one another. Thunder roared and rain poured relentlessly outside. It felt like an eternity, but they stayed strong, finding solace in each other's presence. Days passed and finally the storm subsided. Emerging from their shelter, the Hendersons surveyed the aftermath of destruction. Their once beautiful town was now in shambles with houses damaged and debris scattered everywhere. Undeterred, the Hendersons joined their neighbors and friends to rebuild Seaside. They cleared fallen trees, repaired damaged homes, and lent a helping hand to anyone in need. Their resilience and unity inspired others, and soon the community came together as a force of hope and determination. Through their efforts, Seaside slowly regained its former charm. The Hendersons and their fellow townspeople transformed the devastation into an opportunity for growth and renewal. Their shared experiences during the storm created bonds that would last a lifetime. Years later, Seaside stood as a shining example of the indomitable spirit of its residents. The Hendersons, their children now grown, reflected on the difficult situations they had overcome. The storm had tested their strength, but it had also revealed their resilience, unity, and the power of human connection. As the sun set over the rejuvenated town, the Hendersons smiled, knowing that together they had faced adversity head on and emerged stronger than ever before. Their powerful ending was not just a physical restoration, but a testament to the unwavering spirit of their family and community. Right, so this was the story about a family that faces and overcomes a difficult situation. Now, let us see how the pointers that were given to us, how we were able to justify those pointers. So first take it first pointer, the setting. So the story is set in the coastal town of Seaside, and the specific location adds to the atmosphere and provided a context for the challenging situation the family faces, right? So the story has done proper justice to the setting part. Then are the characters. The story revolves around the Henderson family, consisting of Mr. And Mrs. Henderson and their children, Emma and Jack. So the family plays a central role in the narrative, showcasing their unity and resilience in the face of adversity. So these characters have also been justified nicely in the story. Then coming to the plot, so the plot follows the events of a powerful hurricane approaching Seaside. The family's decision to stay, their experience during the storm, and their subsequent efforts to rebuild the town. So the events are presented in a clear and chronological manner, allowing the reader to easily follow the story's progression, right? So the plot has been taken care well in the story. Then comes the dialogues. So, dialogues are incorporated in the story to depict interactions between the family members and their neighbors, right? So, these conversations make the characters feel authentic and they add depth to their relationships and emotions, right? So, next was a powerful ending. So the story concludes with a powerful ending that reflects the family's resilience and the community's collective efforts in rebuilding Seaside. So the ending highlights the growth and renewal achieved through their unity and determination, so leaving the reader with a sense of hope and inspiration. So, overall, the story effectively incorporates the key elements suggested, including the setting, well defined characters, a coherent plot, meaningful dialogues, and a powerful ending. So, these elements they all work together to create a compelling and impactful narrative that engages the reader and conveys a message of strength in the face of adversity. Right, students? So that is how we have to do story writing. And I hope you liked the video. Thank you and have a nice day.